Okay, let's start with fungi. So write the topic kingdom fungi. Okay, this fungi, they consist of heterotrophic organisms. Okay, so fungi. So first, which class is this? Which kingdom is this? Number wise, which is the first kingdom? Monera. Second is Protista, and this is the third kingdom. Okay, this kingdom was given by five kingdom classification was given by Whitaker. Okay, so this is the kingdom fungi, which is they have all heterotrophic organism. What do you mean heterotrophic?
They depend on others.
They depend on others for the food. They cannot make their own food. So heterotrophic, how they can depend on other for food?
They take the nutrition.
Yeah, they can be either. Which are the two types of heterotrophs we have studied? Two types of heterotrophs. Autotrophs we had studied two types. They were photosynthetic and chemoautotrophic. Okay, first only that flowchart which you have drawn, no?
Yeah.
Parasites and saprophytes. Okay, commonly a heterotrophic organism we can say they can be either parasites, that is, they will cause disease. They will live in you and they will cause disease. A very simple common example is your dandruff. The dandruff which we get is due to some fungi. Okay, so they harm you and they can depend on you. Ringworm, you know what is ringworm?
Yeah.
Ring guard which comes, then each guard. Okay, that ringworm. Okay, that is here. Now, where you have seen this fungi?
On wells.
On bread.
Yeah.
Okay, mostly if you keep a bread for a long time, you will get some spongy cotton thing on the bread. Okay, that is the fungi. Then on any fruit, okay, for example here orange rods, that is because of fungi. Then this mustard leaf, sometimes there are white spots on mustard leaf. White spots on mustard leaf, which is a fungi. So what will happen to this type of plants?
They will die.
They will die, and what even if they survive, what will happen?
They won't bear fruits.
Yeah, they won't either. They will not produce fruits, or even if they produce fruit, they can be small, or it will be in less quantity. Okay. There is one fungi which affects wheat. Okay, wheat. There is one fungi which affects wheat plant, and the production is reduced by 20%. Okay, the production is reduced by 20%. Okay, you must have seen fungi on moist bread and rotten fruits. The common mushroom is a fungi which we eat. Okay, it is either button mushroom or oyster mushroom. There are two types of mushroom, but the common which we eat is button. Oyster also is there. Oyster mushroom. Okay, and button mushroom. Some unicellular, they are mostly multicellular. Okay, they are multicellular because which is the only unicellular eukaryote which we have studied. Unicellular eukaryote, Protista. Unicellular prokaryote is Monera. Now here we are coming from unicellular prokaryote. We started with unicellular prokaryote, that is the simplest. Then we went to unicellular eukaryote. Now we are coming to multicellular eukaryote. Now this is multicellular eukaryote. There is a unicellular fungi. Which is the unicellular fungi? Which is commonly used everywhere in baking. Yeast is a unicellular fungi. Yeast is used to make bread and beer. Okay, other fungi causes disease in plants and animals. There are other fungi which will mostly they are parasitic. They will cause some disease in plants and animals. Like wheat rust causing Pusinia is an example. Okay. Then penicillium is a fungi. Penicillium is a fungi which was used to produce antibiotic. Penicillium is a fungi which was used to produce antibiotic. Okay, this was the first antibiotic. So write that penicillin dash penicillin PENI penny PENICILLIN dash penicillium. Same but IUM. Okay. Got penicillin, penicillium dash first fungi, first antibiotic. Okay. So they are cosmopolitan. Okay. What is cosmopolitan? Cosmopolitan. Yeah, they are everywhere present. They are present everywhere. Air, water, soil, everywhere these fungi are present. So this is not, you didn't write anything, no? Don't write. Okay. Then this we have already seen. Some fungi are the source of antibiotic. Okay. Fungi are the source of antibiotic. Example, penicillium. Already written. Mostly all fungi are multicellular. So only unicellular fungi is yeast. So write only unicellular fungi is yeast. It is only unicellular fungi. Only unicellular fungi yeast. Okay. Then fungi causing disease in wheat. Okay, fungi causing disease in wheat, Pusinia. Fungi which cause disease in wheat. This is Pusinia. You can see penicillium, yeast, and Pusinia. Now this you can see yeast, it is unicellular, but they are birds. Okay, this is birds of the yeast, and they grow by budding. This is one yeast, but then they will give small outgrowth, which is called as bud, and it looks like multicellular, but it is unicellular. This is the wheat rust, Pusinia, and this is penicillium. Mostly the fungi structure is like this. If you see under the microscope, you can clearly see it like this. If you take a bread mold, no, and put under microscope, then you will see nice design like this, like penicillium. Okay. Next, we have to study the except yeast, fungi are filamentous. Okay, the structure of the fungi. Structure of fungi. Our structure we are made up of cells. No, for what? Then don't sit. Go out, please don't disturb. Okay, except yeast, fungi are filamentous. Except yeast, fungi are filamentous. This you have already known. Filamentous means they are made up of filaments. Our body is made up of cells, then cells form tissue, tissue form organ, organ form organ system, and organ system will form organism. But fungi, they are filamentous. What is filamentous? Filaments. What are filaments? You have seen filament. Okay. Filament means just like a thread-like structure. Filament means thread-like structure. See, the thread-like structure are called as fungi. Okay, so write this point. They are fungi. Their body consists of long, slender, thread-like structure called. Their body consists of long, slender, thread-like structure called hyphae. Their body consists of long thread-like structure hyphae. So this what you can see is hyphae. Okay, each thread is called as hyphae. Okay. Here each part will be called as hyphae. A group of hyphae. Okay, a group of hyphae or a network of hyphae is known as mycelium. Single thread is hyphae. When many threads lie over each other, it is called hyphae. So, right, the network of hyphae is called mycelium. Okay, the network of hyphae is called mycelium. Network of hyphae is called mycelium. With the exception of yeast, which are unicellular, fungi are filamentous. Okay. Their bodies consist of long, slender, thread-like structure called hyphae, and the network of hyphae is called mycelium. Okay. So there are fungi growing in roots also of legume plants. Fungi grows in roots of legume plants or some plants. If you smash that roots, if you smash that roots and add some dye, which can stain only the fungi. Okay, add dye which will stain only the fungi and observe under microscope, you can see these structures clearly. You can see blue thread. Okay, now there are two types of hyphae. So just write hyphae and draw two arrows. In center you write hyphae and write two arrows. There are two types of hyphae. Okay, now can you see the difference between this, the septate and the coincide sinusoidal hyphae? Can you see the difference between these and this sinusoidal hyphae? What is the difference?
There is no core and septum.
Core and septum. What is septum? What is difference from here?
It's like a ball.
Yeah. See, this is plain, but here there is a branch. Okay, or there is some division. Okay? There is a wall, cell wall. Okay, there is a wall here. There are divisions. See here, this one, this one, this one. But this is completely smooth. There is no division. So first you write as septate hyphae. Septate. First you write septate. If you know septate, then you will come to know what is sinusoidal hyphae. First is septate hyphae. So septate hyphae have cross walls. Okay, have cross wall. In bracket you write septa. What are these cross wall called? They are called septa. Okay. Septate hyphae, they have cross walls, and these are called as septa. Okay. Now, since they have septa, there is only one nucleus per cell. So you can just write uninucleated down. Uninucleated it is. Means it has only one nucleus. It looks like everyone is having only one nucleus. Okay. The second one is, okay, the second one, you can see here the second one, it is called as sinusoidal hyphae. It is called as sinusoidal hyphae. So what is the points on sinusoidal hyphae? You have to just write opposite of septate. Means here what will be there?
They don't have
No cross wall, bracket, septa. Okay. So here they don't have any cross walls, and which is called as sinusoidal or aseptate, you can write down. Sinusoidal is also called as aseptate. It is also called as aseptate. So they don't have any cross walls. They don't have any cross wall. They don't have any cross walls. So since they don't have cross wall, they look like multinucleated. Look like multinucleated, or just write multinucleated. They look like multinucleated. They don't have any cross wall. So it looks like they are multinucleated. See, we can consider this as one small cell. So there are three nuclei. You can say this 1, 2, 3. It looks like multinucleated because these nucleus are free to move. They are moving. Sometimes it will look like multinucleated. Now, fungi cell wall is made up of chitin and polysaccharide. Very important. So, right, fungi cell wall is made up of chitin and polysaccharide. What is animal cell made up of? Cell wall. Animals, what is there mostly, which we cannot digest? What is there in plants and leafy vegetable? Leafy vegetable is there glucose, then cellulose is there. Okay, mostly in plants or leafy vegetable it is cellulose. So you just write fungi cell wall is made up of chitin. Fungi cell wall is made up of chitin. Okay, and don't write polysaccharide. That is the most important word is chitin. Okay, below you write plant. Below that plant. Give that comma like this. Plant cell wall like that. Same like this. See, plant cell wall. Don't write cell wall. Under cell wall you put this. No, two. Is also put that two like this. Plant cell wall is made of cellulose. Fungi cell wall is made up of chitin. Plant cell wall is made of cellulose. So plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. So cellulose is the most abundant organic matter. Okay. Plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. So this is the structure. Sinusoidal and septate hyphae. This each thread-like structure is called as hyphae. This each thread-like structure we will call them as hyphae, and a network of hyphae is called as mycelium. Network of hyphae. Next is kingdom fungi. Kingdom fungi, they are most fungi are saprophytes. Okay. Most, write nutrition here. Heading is nutrition. And don't write most fungi, just write saprophytes. Most fungi are saprophytes. Okay. They are saprophytes. We have come across this word many times now. You must know what is saprophyte. Saprophyte means which live on dead and decaying organic matter. Only organic matter. They will not depend on inorganic matter. They depend on dead and decaying organic matter. Then they are also parasites. So just write parasites. So we have also seen parasites. Okay. Here you can see in the picture this fungi which is growing on a wood. Wood is dead and decay organic matter. And on that you can see the fungi, that is mushroom growing. Mushroom grows on this wood. That is, this is dead and decay organic matter. On that it is growing. Some are parasites. We have already discussed. Parasites mean they will cause disease. They will live inside the body. They will depend on other animal. What? They will harm the animal. They will cause disease in that animal. Next is symbionts. So write symbiont. This is important. Okay. This is something new. Symbionts. Dash. It is like helping each other. Don't write it is like. Just write help each other. Help each other. Help each other. Okay. The common examples which are given is, example you write, lichen. Okay. So what happens here? It is association of two organisms. Two organisms, they will stay together. Two organisms, they stay with each other and each will help the other. So first one is lichen, fungi plus algae. Okay. Fungi plus algae. Now they will ask question directly on lichen. What is lichen? Okay, what is lichen? You have to explain. Lichen is an association between fungi and algae. Now, what is fungi will do in lichens? Fungi role is to absorb water and nutrient. Both are staying together. This is fungi. This is algae. fungi role will absorb nutrient and water. This nutrient and water it will keep for itself and also give to the algae. Nutrient and water which is absorbed by fungi, it will keep for itself, उसको भी रखेगा for him और algae को भी देगा. It will give for the algae. In turn, algae will not just sit quietly. Okay. In turn, algae will also have to do some work. It is not like one is going for work, the other one is at home. Both have to go for work, both have to bring something. In turn, what is fungi doing? Again, it is absorbing water. Along with water, it will absorb nutrients, some minerals and all. Algae, it will do photosynthesis and make food. Algae will do photosynthesis and make food. Will the algae keep the food for itself? It will keep itself, also give to the fungi. So write fungi, write lichen, write center you write lichen, okay, CHEN, then you draw these two arrows, okay, fungi plus in between algae. Now write algae and fungi's role, which I have already explained. Under fungi, you write brings water, absorbs water and mineral. Okay, under fungi, it will be absorbs water and mineral.
That's photosynthesis.
Does photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is enough. Does mean all right. So even for exam, if you write like this, enough. Okay, in flowchart form. Next example is mycorrhiza. So write mycorrhiza in the center. Mycorrhiza. The second example of symbiotic association. Common symbiotic association is your cow and a crane. You know what is crane? Gensia, bogro. Then he always sits on the in the field. If you see where he will sit on the cow. Why he sits on the cow? To bugs or any flies which are there on the skin of the cow, it will eat. So are both benefited? Yeah. Both are benefited. The crane gets food, whereas cow gets clean. Common example. Okay. Now, next is mycorrhiza. You write, make those two arrows. One side you write fungi. The other side, roots. Okay. So mycorrhiza is the association of fungi and root. Okay. Mycorrhiza is association of fungi and root. Okay. So fungi and root. What the fungi will do? It will absorb nitrogen. Or just write fixed nitrogen. Don't write absorb. Fix nitrogen. Fixing of nitrogen. Fixing of nitrogen. Or fixed nitrogen is okay. Just write fixed nitrogen. So it will do the working of fixing of nitrogen. So what will this nitrogen be? What is this nitrogen then? Where it will be used? It will be absorbed by the nitrogen. The roots. This don't write roots. Roots absorbs the nitrogen which is fixed by the fungi. What is the function of root? Root gives shelter to the fungi. Okay, roots you write function under roots, shelter to the fungi. It gives shelter and some food also. Shelter to the fungi is enough. So this is how symbiotic association is there in fungi. Two common examples are lichens and mycorrhiza. Okay, lichens and mycorrhiza. Okay. Let's go to the next one. So, reproduction. Okay. Reproduction. So, just write this and we'll see vegetative propagation. Okay, we'll stop after this. Reproduction is of three types: vegetative reproduction, asexual reproduction, and sexual. Okay, there are three types: vegetative, asexual, and sexual. Under vegetative, there is fragmentation, fission, and budding. Under asexual, there is conidia, sporangiospores, zoospores. Under sexual, oospores, ascospores, and basidiospores. The only content which is more is reproduction. In fungi, we have to study more about reproduction. Almost you can see 9 different types of reproduction. Here only there is no content. Okay. So we'll stop here. In next class, we'll see this part about reproduction.
Yes.
Yeah.